When you think of NASCAR, you picture powerful engines, sleek race cars, and intense competition. NASCAR prioritizes speed, precision, and innovation. However, when engines don't meet strict standards, bans are enforced. These bans focus on fairness, not performance, ensuring no car or manufacturer gains an unfair advantage, thus maintaining the excitement and competitiveness of the races. Today, we explore the engines banned by NASCAR. Which engines were they? What were their features? And why were they banned? Let's uncover. What unfolds when an engine with the power to dominate the racing world threatens to tilt the balance of competition? Could the legendary Chrysler Hemi V8, nicknamed the Elephant for its immense size and strength, spark a revolution in motorsport? What other engine could rival such overwhelming power? Introduced in the 1950s and later modified for NASCAR in the 1960s, the Chrysler Hemi V8 quickly redefined motorsports. Developed by Carl Kiekhaefer and Chrysler's engineering team, the Hemi featured a hemispherical combustion chamber that optimized airflow and combustion efficiency, producing up to 425 horsepower. This made it a dominant force in vehicles like the 1971 Plymouth Barracuda convertible, Plymouth Roadrunner, and Dodge Charger, leaving competitors in the dust. However, Chrysler's growing success raised concerns among rival teams, who argued the Hemi provided an unfair advantage, disrupting NASCAR's competitive balance. In 1965, NASCAR's founder, Bill France Sr., intervened to protect fairness by banning the engine, preventing any manufacturer from monopolizing the sport. Despite the ban, the Hemi remains one of the most iconic engines in history, influencing future designs and shaping motorsports. The ban highlighted the ongoing tension between technological progress and fairness in racing. What happens when an engine with the power to transform the world of racing enters the scene? Enter the Ford 427 SOHC V8, released in 1964, designed by Joe Eastman and Norm Faustine. It made an immediate impact in NASCAR, notably at the Daytona 500 and Southern 500. Ford released the Camry in 1964 to compete with the Chrysler 426 Hemi engine. It produced 616 horsepower at 7,000 RPM with a single 4-barrel carburetor. With dual 4-barrel carburetors, the engine produced 657 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. As Ford's success continued, NASCAR's founder, Bill France Sr., faced increasing pressure from manufacturers concerned about fairness. In 1965, NASCAR banned the 427 SOHC V8, calling it a specialized racing engine, not widely available in production vehicles. This decision reinforced NASCAR's commitment to fair competition, ensuring that no single manufacturer could control the sport. Next up, we have the Ford 427 Wedge V8 engine. Introduced in 1963, was developed to dominate both NASCAR and drag racing. With a 425.98 cubic inch displacement, it produced between 475 and 620 horsepower, depending on the model and modifications. The engine powered cars like the Mercury cars, including the Galaxy, Falcon, and Shelby Cobra. It was also used in the Ford GT40, quickly gaining attention in NASCAR due to its exceptional power. However, its dominance led to concerns from competitors who believed it gave Ford an unfair edge. To ensure fair competition, NASCAR banned the engine in the mid-1960s. Despite the NASCAR ban, the 427 Wedge thrived in drag racing, becoming popular in AFX Mustangs and powering top-fuel dragsters. The Ford 427 Wedge V8 remains an iconic symbol of motorsport innovation, leaving a lasting impact on both drag racing and the broader automotive industry. Ever heard of an engine so powerful, it completely changes the game of racing? Yeah, you're right. We're talking about the Chrysler 440 Magnum V8. Introduced in 1966. Developed by Chrysler's engineering team under Carl Kykhofer, this engine quickly became one of the most powerful and iconic in American automotive history. With a 440 cubic inch displacement, it delivered 375 to 390 horsepower, thanks to a high-performance 4-barrel carburetor. It was a perfect fit for muscle cars like the Dodge Charger RT, Plymouth Barracuda, and Plymouth GTX, offering both power and reliability. But hold on, the 440 Magnum didn't just dominate the streets. It also ruled NASCAR in drag racing, racking up countless wins. You know what happened next? Rival teams couldn't keep up, and NASCAR stepped in, banning the engine in the late 1960s. Even so, the 440 Magnum thrived in drag racing and became a symbol of muscle car culture, leaving an unmatched legacy. Imagine an engine with unmatched torque and reliability disrupting the racing world. That's the Buick 401 Nailhead V8. Introduced in 1959, the engine earned its name from its unique vertical valve placement and compact cylinder head design, resembling nails. While it wasn't as famous as some competitors, the 401 Nailhead quickly became a formidable force in both street and racing applications. Buick marketed the engine as the Wildcat 445, emphasizing its impressive 445 pound-feet of torque. Designed by Joe Turner, the engine produced between 325 and 340 horsepower, making it ideal for luxury cars like the Buick Wildcat, Electra, Invicta, and Riviera, as well as performance models. On the racetrack, particularly in early 1960s NASCAR events, the 401 Nailhead demonstrated its superiority with its extraordinary torque providing a clear advantage on short tracks. However, its dominance raised concerns among rivals, leading to complaints that it gave Buick an unfair edge. Due to limited production and failure to meet NASCAR's homologation rules, the 401 Nailhead was banned in 1963. Despite this, its legacy endures as a symbol of innovation, power, and racing excellence. What happens when an underdog engine, developed by a smaller automaker, challenges the titans of the muscle car world? The answer lies in the AMC 390 V8, introduced in 1968. Initially seen as an unlikely contender, the 390 V8 quickly proved its power, making a significant impact in both street performance and racing. It stirred controversy and became a key figure in racing history. The engine was part of American Motor Corporation's strategy to compete with industry giants like Ford and Chevrolet. With a 390 cubic inch displacement, it produced between 325 and 340 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, making it perfect for muscle cars like the Javelin and Rebel. The engine excelled in NASCAR and drag racing. However, AMC's success led to accusations of bypassing NASCAR's homologation rules. To address these concerns, NASCAR banned the engine in the early 1970s. Despite the ban, the AMC 390 V8 thrived in other racing formats, cementing its status as an icon in muscle car culture. After the bans, manufacturers adapted their designs, creating high-performance engines that fit NASCAR's new regulations. Despite the bans, these engines influenced modern NASCAR technology, driving innovation and shaping the sport's future. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling ride through the history of legendary racing engines. From the Chrysler Hemi V8 to the AMC 390 V8, we've witnessed how these powerful machines reshaped the motorsports landscape. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting stories about automotive icons. See you in the next video.